Today we're starting with cheap $1 trade-ups and working our way towards the most expensive trade-up I've ever done that cost me over $1,000, with the chance to hit some of the rarest items in the entire game. I'll show you exactly how much money I make or lose, so let's jump right in, starting off with a $1 trade-up using 10 StatTrak Danger Close SG503s with a maximum float of 0.78. We'd love to hit either the P250 Nevermore or USPS Flashback for a solid profit. Let's see it. Nice, just about doubled our money on that one. Moving up to a $5 trade up from the Prisma 2 collection. Once again, all identical items, this time StatTrak Scar 20 Enforcers with a maximum float of 0.69. 2 out of 3 outcomes profit, but we'd love to see the AK Phantom Disruptor in 3, 2, 1. Oh, another win. We should be up about $10 with that pull. Before we continue, this video's sponsor, SkinSwap, is giving you a skin worth up to $50 entirely for free whenever you do your first trade and use my referral code. If you want to refresh your loadout, you can trade your skins for brand new ones in just a couple of seconds. Plus, the new Chinese markets feature lets you purchase cheap skins from Chinese sites directly without the need for a Chinese ID or bank account. They accept deposits via crypto, MasterCard, and Visa. If you need to cash out, SkinSwap makes that simple too with instant sell options to PayPal or crypto. On top of that, they run free daily, weekly, and monthly giveaways with the chance to earn extra tickets simply by trading. Use my link or referral code for a 3% lifetime sales bonus and a free skin worth up to $50. Big thanks to SkinSwap for supporting the channel. Next up is a collection that I've done extremely well with in the past, the Ascent collection. In my Nothing to a Butterfly Knife video, I hit a ton of Midnight Laminates, so let's see if I've already used up all my luck. We're using Royal Baroques with a maximum float of 0.13, and then some fillers with identical floats from the Revolution collection, but we really don't want to hit any of them. Can we get another AK Midnight Laminates now? Oh, that's unfortunate. At the $25 price point, we're hitting the Genesis collection. For this one, I've actually shown the exact floats for all of the skins I was able to find with an average price of $3.24. Pretty solid odds with an 80% chance to profit, and the Ice Cold would nearly let us double our money. Please, Gaben, show us that orb. MP7. MP7, that is a small profit. Not the best, but it definitely could have been worse. We are now returning to the Prisma collections, but this time using skins from the Prisma 1 case. Again, these are the exact floats I was able to acquire for $53, and this trade up is pretty crazy. Either we make $43 with the M4 Emperor, or lose just $3 with the Angry Mob. We're sitting at 137% profitability on this one, which is insane. Although, as always, please keep in mind that trade-ups are a form of gambling and nothing is guaranteed. As you can see from the floats, we're actually using field-tested inputs, but we'll get minimal wear outputs thanks to the float caps of both of the outcomes. If you want to learn about how I make thousands of dollars every week doing trade-ups, be sure to check out my full guide next. Alright, here we go. We're looking for that M4A for Emperor in 3, 2, 1. Let's go! M4A4 Emperor. Easy money, my friends. That is exactly what we were after. Let's get it. In the week since I calculated this trade up, the M4 has been rising in price, so I was actually able to sell it at $108 on CS Float for a nice $55 profit. Now, this $75 trade up could be huge. I've been looking to add a factory new Desert Eagle Starcade to my loadout for a little while now, and was waiting for the right time to attempt a trade up. So for this one, I've decided to put in 3 restricted skins from the Graphic Design collection, which will give us a 15% chance overall at the Starcade. And then because I needed some low float fillers beneath 0.05 to bring down the average, I've mixed both Revolution and Fever Case skins to get us right on the 0.0695 for the Org Lil Pig as well, in case we hit that, bringing our average return to just over $100. Everything else is near worthless, so we're really praying for the Graphic Design collection to come through here. Let's see it. Desert Eagle Starcade. Now, Lil Pig. Lil Pig. Wow, I really was not expecting to hit the graphic design collection there. It's not the Deagle, but hey, that is a massive profit. And once again, actually, looking at the prices, they've risen since I purchased the inputs. So I was able to sell this one for $222 for a $145 profit. For the $100 trade up, our odds are unfortunately getting even worse. I was considering playing it a bit safer on these more expensive trade ups, but decided, you know what? I want an M4A1S Blue Phosphor. And with the prices of Control Collection restricted skins down at the moment after the crash, I was able to pick up this Prime Conspiracy for just $88 with a CS float offer. To bring the float down low enough so that even the USPS target acquired would also come out in factory new, I need to use 9 factory new downtowns that only cost me about $1.50 each. I've actually done a number of Blue Phosphor trade ups in the past and never been successful. So I'm really hoping I'm able to complete that journey today. We're going for the M4A1. Please, Gaben, show me that Blue Phosphor. Ugh, what did I expect? What did I expect? Of course, with the new gold trade-ups, I had to take a few cracks at them. So for our $250 trade-up, we are returning to the Prisma collection, this time using the M4A for Emperor as our input. I personally really like both the Talon and Stiletto knives, so we've got a decent chance at getting one of those. A Stiletto Black Pearl would actually look insane with the Imperial Blades I'm running at the moment. On the flip side, this collection does have Navahars and Ursus knives, which I'd like to avoid at all costs. About 40% chance to profit. Let's see a Talon or Stiletto Doppler in 3, 2, 1. Oof. It's definitely a loss, but all things considered, not too bad. And we can definitely make up for it with the next one. We're doubling the price now with a $500 trade up using battle scarred skins from the various Chroma collections. The Dopplers are all obviously float capped, so the input floats don't matter at all, and I just picked up the cheapest ones I could find. I've already been really lucky and hit a ton of Dopplers from this collection in the past, so I'm feeling good about it. We've obviously got the chance to hit those M9 and Karambit gems as well, which would be absolutely insane. Unfortunately, the last 2 times I got a gem, it was on a gut knife, as I hit both a Black Pearl gut knife and Sapphire gut knife. Anyway, a Karambit or M9 is what we're after. Chroma knife trade up in 3, 2, 1. M9 Marble Fade. Let's get it. It's not a Doppler, but that is still a great profit. I will happily take that. And my friends, with that, we have reached the final trade up. Let me break down the inputs one by one. To start off, a 0.016 float, aka headshot from the Revolution collection. This obviously gives us chances to hit the Vice Sport gloves. Next, we have 3 P90 Asimovs, 2 in minimal wear condition, and 1 0.04 factory new from the Breakout collection, giving us a 60% chance to hit a butterfly knife. There's a couple of solid outcomes here, like the Butterfly Fade, Butterfly Slaughter, or even the Butterfly Crimson Web. And finally, I honestly can't believe I'm doing this, is a SSG Dragonfire that I spent $400 on in order to have a chance at the most legendary gloves in the entire game, the Pandora's Boxes, which would be over $12,000 profit. Would you believe that about 2 months ago, I was spamming a trade up that had the factory new SSG as the bad output, and I sold all of them around the $50 price point. And now, unfortunately, at the $1,000 price point, I couldn't get inputs for a factory new glove trade up, but I won't complain about minware hedge mazes or spearmids. There's a ton of good outcomes possible in this trade up, but even more bad ones. Because of the insane price of the inputs, even gloves like the Specialist Fades or Imperial Blades will be a loss. And let's not even get started on the Bloodhound or Driver gloves, which would be catastrophic. This is the most expensive trade up I have ever done, so please, if you've enjoyed the video, hit that like button and let me know in the comments what you'd like me to attempt trade ups for next. Please, Gaben, let's make some money. Going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Unless they've got a great pattern, we're probably looking at a $200 or $300 loss. Yeah, I don't think they're anything special. Well, that's a shame. I was looking forward to adding some Pandoras to my loadout. So all up, I spent $2,096 on these 10 trade ups, and based on the cheapest CS Fleet listings on the 5th of December, the outputs are worth a total of $2,235. So in theory, I made a small profit. But as I always say in my trade up videos, you need to take fees into account, and if I include a 3.5% deposit fee for all the purchased items and a 3% withdrawal fee, I pretty much broke even. I recently spent nearly $13,000 attempting gold trade ups, so if you want to see the insane results, be sure to check out this video next. Thanks so much for watching, and take care of yourselves.